Today on the channel, we're back at it with another Masters of the Universe Origins figure. This time, the Mattel Creations exclusive, Demoman.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Masters of the Universe unboxing and review. And today, Mattel Creations gets the spotlight once again with the latest and greatest, Demoman. For all your Demoman needs, once again, Mattel Creations unfortunately sold out currently, so probably eBay. But for everything else under the sun, hit up jaystoysandgames.com. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 15%. You heard it right. 15%. Got to get a deal out there. And of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And like I said, latest and greatest from Mattel Creations. Looks like Modulock may be next from Mattel Creations here. But a nice one, a deep cut one here. Of course, the original maybe inspiration for Skeletor, I guess is what they've always said. We did get this in the Masters Universe Classics line back in the day. We'll compare that later on in this very video. But let's get down to this one here first. Beautiful origin styling, very cool, nostalgic nod to the past, as we've said over the last few years here on the channel. Absolutely do love this look here. And in tradition, I guess we'll call it, of the Mattel Creation figures, you do get the little image there in the carding, which we don't get in the retail releases, so a little bit of something different. New for 2024 as well. 6 and up on this one, keep it track at home. Modern posing, retro play, Demoman, the evil spirit of Despondos. Oh, Despondos, a dangerous place, a dangerous breeding ground for trouble. I remember in the mean streets of the West Side, even us West Side kids would say, the Despondos is where you don't want to go to. That's where the real rough area is. And you can see there's a live look at Despondos right there. Skulls and skeletons all over the place, just fighting to survive. He's trying to go to Dairy Queen right here. And this is what you got to do, just go to Dairy Queen and get yourself a Mr. Misty. That's what you got to do. It's a tough time in Despondos. But shout out to everybody living in Despondos. Keep your chin up. Keep your chin up right there. Masters Universe Origins, of course, once again. Slip card packaging on this. Very, very nice. Absolutely do love that. We know that. I wish all these figures came in this kind of resealable package. Not the case, though, as we do know. A nice gentle off to the side. See you later. How about that? Little plastic prison for him. A little Demo Man. Don't call him Demolition Man, though. Wesley Snipes and Sylvester Stallone get real worked up when you start dancing on their IPs, of course. But can I get him out of the package? He's got some twist ties that are in there pretty tight here. And we do get 2 extra heads for him, which almost makes me say, should I have out multiples of these? I don't know if I should have, but can I get him out? Can I get him out of the package? That's one of the hardest things to do, of course. Not as hard as trying to get a Mr. Misty through Despondos, but hard enough. Hard enough is what we'll say. Twist ties all over the place. We're getting down to business here. Behind the back, see you later. Goodbye. A little behind the back pass there. Never hurt anybody. Unless it did, then it did. How about that? Now, can I get this baggy O'Doom out of here? Let's see if I can get all this stuff out. We got some strong tape. Smells like Cambodia tape. They must be going to the McFarlane warehouse once again. There we go. Gonna get this out. Got his weapons. His weapons of Despondos destruction here. Stuff he would use on his way to Dairy Queen, of course. My goodness, they got this stuff in here tight. There we go. We're getting there, folks. Bear with me. Bear with me. See you later. Goodbye. All right. Then we, of course, get the comic book here. Do appreciate they have the comic book kind of nice and wrapped up in this little protective cover. But I got to see what's going on. I got to see what all the fuss is about. I want to see if it's got his story of him. See you later. Goodbye. Riding into Dairy Queen in style, of course, I'd imagine, because that's what one does. If you're going to Dairy Queen, you let everybody know. But it does got him here. It's got a little story there. Skeletor's involved. Looks like Evil Lynn. Always see him kind of in the same body right here. We see a little of that going there. Very, very cool. We're going to dive into this one. I'll take some pictures of this as well. A short comic on this one, and kind of par of the course as we've seen with these. But now let's get down to old Demo Man himself, and we'll start with his weapons here. You got a big barbaric sword going on here. All kinds of turns and cuts in it. You can fit a neck right in there. You're going to chop somebody's head off. You're ready to go with that. all in a silverish color, only one color on this one here. Same thing over here. He's got the old, is it a mace? A mace, he swings this around, just knocks you in the head. Bad day at the office. Once again, all in silver. Little articulation at the top here. Just a hair's bit of articulation. So, got that going on. But now we got Demo Man himself. Looking like a very green Jimmy Valiant, the Boogie Woogie Man. He kind of has that Boogie Woogie Man face, especially in the beard. Love the little bone down there at the beard. That could be a good look. Maybe I'll adopt that in the future. We'll see. Very interesting kind of headband around the top as well. Some jewels over there. And then he's got some spikes in his head as well. So very crazy spikes, bone spikes. He does have some ears like an elf, like a young Legolas out there is what he looks like with those. Some dark, dark eyes and some messed up teeth. Unfortunately, Desperados, I've talked about it. No dentist there. No dentist, so it is what it is. You're just born with the teeth you get. No braces to have over there either. No orthodontist, no dentist. It's just a bad look. That's what you end up with. That's what you end up with. He does got a little shawl over the top here, looking good. Some shoulder armor in silver. A little bit, almost looks like bronze coins over there connecting the two. He's got a big old beat-up shirt going on, and then he's got kind of just a whimsical skirt going there as well. It looks like he was gifted this when he first became a teenager and said, that's your only clothes you'll ever have for the rest of your life. That's how we do it in Despondos, and he's been rocking it ever since. So it's getting a little shorter. It's shrinking on him. Some hard times going on, but it is removable the top if you want to. So if you want to take that off, you can do that. Same thing with this. You remove the head, you can take this over as well. He does got an elbow pad going on. Got some spikes on there. He's like young Lex Luger loading up that elbow pad over here. Spikes on the forearm, wristband guards there as well. Then he's got the two hitchhiking thumbs ready to go. Of course, he is green with envy of kids over on the west side. Wanted to get out of Despondos, never happened, but he's all green, and that's what happens. If you get too green with envy, you turn green. It's almost like the opposite Smurf effect is what it is. Look into it. I would recommend it. Articulation, his arms do go around. You do get a bicep cut on him. You get hands back and forth, side to side, head back and forth, side to side, removable. You get waist articulation there. You do get the bend at the knee, single, side to side. You get a boot cut, even though there's no boot here. And then you get the ankles back and forth, side to side. He does got 3 toes on him. Much different than my neighbor as a kid named 6 Toes because he had 6 toes. Kid was a mutant. It was a wild thing. This guy's only got 3 toes. So crazy time in the toe game, especially back in the 80s. I'll tell you that much right there. But a good looking figure here. Now we do get second heads here if you want to army build, mix them up, change them around, do whatever you want to do. We do get this skull head with the helmet and the horns on it. Of course, we got those glow-in-the-dark skull army builders year ago, 2 years ago. What is time? That is the same head here, except just different coloring here. So you got the bone head over here. You can put this on there. Looks a little strange, but hey, it's your adventure. Choose it any way you want to. And then we got an old friend Skeletor. We talked about a connection between these two. We do get a brand new Skeletor head with this. The cool thing about this is we've had a lot of Skeletors. You could venture this over to different Skeletor figures if you want to mix and match. If that is your thing, a customizer, you can definitely do that if you want to. I don't feel I will use either of these heads. I'll probably stick with this one right here is probably the way I'll end up going. But this Skeletor head's looking really good, especially in the eye department there. Those big old kind of marbly eyes. Bad teeth. It's just a thing. It's a common occurrence around these guys here. All bad teeth. They should just be ashamed of themselves. Didn't brush their teeth is what they did there. But you got the hood on Skeletor as well. So a fun figure here. I think it landed in the right space, though, the right place, Mattel Creations. I don't think this would set the world on fire out there at retail, but it is a nod to the past. It is a nod to former toy lines. It is a nod to the history of the Masters of the Universe, and I think longtime fans do appreciate things like that, especially in the He-Man fan world there. So looking good right here is the Demo Man, but I did mention we had him before from the Classics line, and you guys know I'm just a Classics guy, be it He-Man or Jakks Classic Superstars. But looking good here in the upsized deluxe edition we got, of course, from Mattel back in the day. So a lot of fun with Demo Man. A good figure, just probably not for everybody, but definitely for me. But is it for you? Did you pick this up? Did you get him on Mattel Creations? Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bells. We got videos every single day and then some. We got even more content for you, of course, over on Patreon. Patreon, best way to support this YouTube channel and all the content it does bring. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. Don't forget social media, SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. So for the Demo Man, Mattel Creations exclusive, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.